Well, I grew up in Inkster. My mama and my daddy both originally from Inkster. I think they met in like high school or something. I got 3 brothers, 2 sisters. Growing up, like we all wasn't like in the same household or nothing, but I feel like I'm probably like closer to, just like everybody, probably closer to my mama kids because we was under the same roof for the majority of my childhood or whatever. My grandma's house where my daddy lived at, I remember like it getting raided and me like running outside and the police just taking my daddy to jail. That's one thing like that I like significantly remember from my childhood. I think my daddy had to go to like 8 or 9 years from that. Like I didn't know what was going on then, but I think like that just like triggered like me like, I ain't gonna say being on my own because I had my mama or whatever, but just like me like having to be the older sibling of my mama household because I'm not the oldest of my daddy kids, but like just having to take care of motherfuckers and be like a father figure to other people, and that just like got me into like hustling, and I was like selling CDs and taking Kool-Aid sugar to school, selling that, like that it just kept on getting like the level just kept advancing, and as I got older, like what can I sell now to make more and more money? Like as I start like reaching little goals, I'm like, damn, that ain't shit. I don't want to do that no more. And it just got to taking the toll. I ain't gonna say for the worse, but for the better. And that shit that got me here. My mama, she got to the point where she like was like waitressing and working in the city, so she would all her houses and stuff would always be in Detroit. And I don't say I hated it out there, but I just wanted to be around like all my friends and family and shit. So I went back to Inkster because she was in Detroit, and that's when I started like hanging around my group of friends more, and that like overall like led me to like gambling and just like going into high school. My 9th and 10th grade year, I went to Churchill out there in Livonia. My daddy had came home from jail, and I actually moved with him. He had came home. My mom was still in the city, so that like led me. Like, I'm selling weed at Churchill this 9th and 10th grade, and just like I'm buying my own cars. I'm starting to shop for myself, and I'm like 14 years old, 14, 15. My daddy working. He don't know what the fuck going on. He don't know what I'm doing. My uncle used to sell a lot of weed. I used to be stealing a whole bunch of his weed at once. Like he'd never know that the shit was gone. Like, and that just over that transition to me like going into high school and just like advancing. This before any music or anything. I feel like, yeah, because I graduated in 2010. This had to be like 2008. I'm like running around in Inkster gambling and starting fucking and all that type of shit. So when I got out of high school, I didn't really know what I was gonna do because I feel like college was like gonna be a waste of time. So I'm just basically trying to figure out what I wanted to do with myself, and just seeing everybody just like around me. Like I guess they was more so in the music. I just like business in general. So I'm trying to think of how can I work with what I got going on with what everybody around me going on. And I think that's what kind of got me like into doing music. Like I didn't really know like how motherfuckers was making like money off of it and shit yet, but just like being around it, I feel like I grew a passion for it, and just seeing everybody around me just doing something together, like it kind of did something to me. So I started like buying houses. I got into houses early. I had my first house when I was like 18 years old, 19. I had 10 houses by the time I was like 23, for real. I done had buildings where I built studios. I built a studio just so my homeboys can do their thing in there, and I actually ended up getting indicted and I got indicted in 2014, and I went to jail for 2 years in 2016 or whatever. And just there, like my whole mindset on everything just changed. Like I understood like how much time I was wasting in the world when I'm really like, while I was wasting my time in jail, like I'm understanding like what the fuck I could be doing while I'm just like not doing nothing. I'm like, damn, you waking up at 11, 12, motherfuckers getting up 5, 6 in the morning going to take care of what they gotta do and done by 2-3 in the afternoon, back in the house type shit. So my whole mindset, I met a lot of people while I was locked up. Like, I don't know, just like growing up, like I always been like, I ain't gonna say a target, but I always been like the one that motherfuckers like envied and always wanted to like do something to, take stuff from. I done been through everything you could think of. I done been shot, kidnapped, like everything. Like motherfuckers just like, when people envy you, like they don't want you around. So I'm like real like strategic on who I let around me, like girls I fuck with, anything, because it's just like everybody got a motive these days and ill intentions. You know, everybody don't got ill intentions, but it's just like we grown now, so I'm just more aware of my like safety. I'm real big on like security, and safety mean like everything. Like it's worth way more than like money. And I got kids and shit, so it's just like I look at everything. I take everything in a new light, like how I look at stuff. And some people might say like I got a fucked up way that I think about things, but like that's how I made it to see like 29. So I go by my own principles and morals per se, like that I live by or whatever. When I came home March 2018, that's when I like decided I was like gonna start taking like music real serious or whatever. And I ain't a follower or nothing, but I'm the type to, I gotta see other people, like I gotta see something working for other people before I like really stop doing what's working for me and then go try to do something else. So I say that to say like I start seeing like the success other people was having like with music, Payroll, Peasy, Babyface. It's a whole list of people that I'm like, damn, like I feel like I'm just as good as them. Like I know for sure I could do exactly what they doing, if not more type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas hustle like I hustle. Like I've been doing this my whole life, so I know for a fact I can do it. So I started taking it serious, like actually being in the studio, putting out more content. Like I never was consistent, like putting out videos, putting out songs, like looking into royalties and publishing and how the actual money get made and sinking and all that type of shit. Like so I started putting more time and effort into that, and the music started like gradually like building, and I had a buzz going. And then I was out in Houston in 2020. I got shot leaving the club or whatever, and that kind of like slowed things down. I ain't gonna say it like held me up, but I had to learn how to like talk again. I had to learn how to walk. I got shot in my face, my neck, my chest, and my legs. So like my sciatica nerve and my whole leg is like damaged. So it's like 24/7. Like my foot like feel numb. Like I deal with that like all day. It was only supposed to last for like a year, but this shit ain't like stop messing with me at all. And like my speech sound different. Like I got like a lisp. Like when I speak sometimes. Like I don't know if certain people can hear when I rap now, but I'm like getting better at it or whatever. So that kind of put a halt to things. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks when that happened. I came home and I couldn't walk for like another 2 months. I had to go to physical therapy all the way in Ann Arbor, and I'm coming all the way from like deep east. So that shit just was like stressful, a headache. You know, it came a time when I'm like, man, do I really want to like keep going and do this shit? But I just was getting a lot of love and a lot of support while the shit was going on. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep on doing it, whatever. And I'm the type to turn like lemons to lemonade. So I took the situation, and like people want to hear about it. Like I'm talking about it now. People want to hear about it in music. Like that shit sell. Like I really got like hardcore fans that want to know what the fuck going on, what happened then, what's going on now. And you know what I'm saying? So I just use it to my advantage. Like everything. That's not the only bad situation I done used and flipped to a positive situation. You know, to do the Mad video, you can see that I shot the video. You can see that the Jeep that I was in shot the fuck up. Like, motherfucker tried to kill me, but instead of crying about it and doing all that, I made the video, like, use it to my advantage. Everything, like, on the up and up. Like, I see, like, my monthly listeners going up, like, my following going up, like, more people, like, really engaging. I got, like, my website is being made right now for my merch. I got new merch coming. I don't plan on dropping another tape until like maybe April, May maybe. I'm I'm at a stage where I just want to like keep dropping singles and doing videos until like I get something that like catch, and then I'm gonna hit them with a tape, because I got so much music that I record. I probably got 150 songs like unreleased that ain't nobody heard. So that's really like my next move, just focusing and learning on business, man. And I still got my label. We're working with our artists, or whatever. We still looking for new artists. We just doing everything possible. Like, it ain't really no stop or no limit to what I got going on. Like, I'm working every day. Like, it's something new. I'm doing interviews, podcasts. I'm about to be in a new movie that KDZ shooting called Red Flag. He casted me for that. We just had our first meeting the other day, so I'm doing that. I'm getting into acting. I actually want to go out to Cali and take an acting class. Actually, I've never did that. I was in the movie 211 before, but that was like something minor. But that's something that I want to like really look into. Like, I feel like I'm real good when it comes to like creating, and I feel like I would be able to like write a script and shoot a movie. I think that's the next step. That's the next thing that I haven't did that I want to do. Shoot a movie. That's pretty much it, man. Go follow me on Instagram. Oh, I just got verified on Instagram not too long ago, a couple months. Working on getting my Twitter verified. I don't know what the fuck I gotta do to do that, but follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @thecasino_THECASINO_. Follow my YouTube at Lom Rudy. It's pretty much it, man. Follow me on everything. I'm gonna keep you updated. This is just the beginning. This is about to take off in a second. And if you're watching this, you was the first to hear and the first to know.